Hey, thanks for joining me, guys. So tonight I want to talk about just what a crazy week I had. It was absolutely crazy. So I had been taken to court Monday because the landlord wants to sell the home, and he took me to court for like an illegal eviction. I mean, the COVID declaration I had put in wasn't even completely up. And then he said I owed him rent when actually, um, I had already let him know, and he did paperwork that it was all pending, all the rent based on the emergency rental assistance if you've been hurt because of your lack of work with COVID. So I qualified for that, and he just had to wait, and he didn't want to, and he used that in court to get me to leave here. So I just want to share, when you have things that happen in life, don't be afraid to stand up for yourself. Don't be afraid to use your rights. The judge had said basically that I didn't owe him any money because I had already gone to the state and they were taking care of it. And, there was that already in place. But he did use the eviction to say that he could have us leave in a week. So I am appealing this because, again, it's invalid. And on top of this, on top of the 10,000 with the months of rent, the state did approve the rental amount today, which is awesome, which is about $16,000. So that covers not only back rent, but the next few months. So I just made like $26,000 almost, like, this week. I don't know how that rental assistance will be used if he doesn't. One of the points he made in court is that he didn't have to use, state money. He didn't have to, he's not federally funded or whatever. So I don't even know, what this will all come about to. But my whole point in doing this video is to say, I'm so thankful for the help out there, because when you get sick and you can't work, like I got sick for like 2.5 weeks, and then there was other job losses and just all COVID related. I didn't, I didn't make up this COVID thing like most people. And I don't feel that we, the people, should have to suffer needlessly over something like this when there's help. So my point in, like I said, this video is to be thankful. I'm thankful to God. I'm thankful for everything I have. And also to, again, protecting families. We're living in a culture right now where landlords are just evicting people, like 80 families a week or something, I heard. And families need, to be safe and have a place to live. And the market is absolutely awful. I had looked and looked for something comparable, and it's just insane, the greed out there. So I personally would recommend women to stand up for themselves and, use your resources. It's not shameful to use a legal recourse. That's why it's there. That's why we do have the ability to appeal. One of the worst things that happened to me this week when I went through this is his realtor actually started personally attacking my faith. Basically said I should be ashamed of myself because I told her that I would be appealing this because I chose to stand up for myself. Just like a major spiritual attack. And I'm not going to give you, say her name, but I did give her a really awful review. And then she threatened to pursue legal action if I didn't take this down, which I was just telling the truth. It wasn't even slander, but she accused me of that. And then I had to tell her that basically she just intimidated me, and that is not okay. It's not okay for a realtor to do that. We have a code of excellence in that community of loyalty and care and, just basic ethics. So, this happened to me another time when I was at the store. I was using WIC, and my kids were very little, and somebody behind me had said, "Oh, it must be nice to be getting help with WIC." Now, this is your basic peanut butter, milk, formula. What else was it? Carrots. I'm trying to remember, like a bag of carrots. And you would have so many vouchers, and the nutritionist at that state program, which was really helpful to me, would go over menu ideas and just how to really stretch that, especially like the tuna fish was great because we ate that. So when people shame you for using help, it's not okay. I mean, I didn't even know what to say. I already had a hard time taking help just because I was raised to work really hard, and we do work hard. Someone said, "Melissa, doesn't your husband work hard?" And I said, "Yep." And she goes, "And don't you work hard?" I said, "Yep." And she goes, "So there's no shame in that. There's no shame in hard working people getting help." A lot of times in life, we want to do everything ourselves, and we almost can like harden our heart. And somebody had mentioned this to me. It's so true. We can harden our heart and be like, it's our own strength. It's our own hands that have made my life. Like, I am self-made is the American, philosophy in life. And it leaves out God. It leaves out that, your very next breath is because God gave it to you. So you're not totally self-sufficient in everything, although it is good to have self-sufficiency and tenacity and courage, and to move forward in life as best you can and do as much as you can, on your own, and to work hard, but to also be humble enough to take help. And especially when we're living in a culture where, I feel the many landlords, and I'm not saying all of them, there are a lot of good landlords out there, but there are landlords just keep kicking families out. And we're living in a society of greed right now, where yes, they do have that right. They have that right to sell or whatever they're going to do, but it should be reasonable. Like, my landlord raised the rent by $300. I think there is a federal percentage, but state-wise, I didn't pursue that. It wasn't really reasonable, although in this state, the landlord can raise the rent literally to how much he wants, but I do think that was not reasonable at all. That was a lot all at once. So I just want to encourage women to stand up for yourself, because you have a family to take care of. And I could be someone who could be like, I can live in my car, that's fine, I don't need a lot. But we want to, do the best we can with what we have. And if it comes down to that, yeah, I mean, God does care about us, whether we're homeless or not. But why not take advantage of the resources that are out there too, that do help you stay in a home and take good care of your family. So I've done this like all throughout, just taking care of my family, using the resources, and don't be afraid to do that, because that is another resource we have. Okay, so I will see you next time and let everyone know like an update of what's going on. I'm going to appeal this, and then have 30 more days in my home at least. That will give me some more time to look for a place and save some money. I had stayed at a hotel for a whole week. Our landlord didn't want to, he had told the court he had put me in a hotel, but he doesn't want to pay for he didn't want to pay for the rest of the week. So I paid for like 4 nights or something while mold and stuff was being taken care of in here, which he tried to blame me for that. That's another story for another day. But yeah, I mean, it's going to save money staying here and just put it away to look for another place and keep on looking. So don't be afraid to use all resources, and do not let somebody put their burdens and convictions on you about what you should and shouldn't do, because it's not fair. That's not fair to do to somebody. And we have women who try to help women, and we should be women who try to help families and not burden them anymore with saying things we shouldn't say. So that's what I got for now. And then as I appeal this, or prepare to appeal this, it's going to be a lot of work, because I'm representing myself again. I represented myself last time. It's going to be a lot of work. So I will be talking about that in the future. Thanks for joining me, guys.